Prepare yourselves, basketball faithful, because we're about to dive headfirst into the whirlwind world of NBA trade speculation, where dreams are forged and rosters are remade. The Golden State Warriors, a dynasty etched into the annals of basketball history, find themselves at a pivotal crossroads. After a season that left head coach Steve Kerr crystal clear about one glaring need, a reliable center, the rumor mill has gone into overdrive. But what if I told you the answer to the Warriors' prayers isn't just a fantasy, but a potential blockbuster that could reshape the league? The unicorn on the horizon. Golden State's pursuit of Kristaps Porzingis. The Warriors, in their quest to rekindle championship magic, have a clear vision. Bring Draymond Green back to his natural habitat at power forward by acquiring a stretch five who can also patrol the paint as a weak side rim protector. And if you're picturing the perfect prototype, one name immediately springs to mind: Kristaps Porzingis, the towering talent from the Boston Celtics. Bleacher Report's Grant Hughes recently ignited the speculation with a trade proposal that sent Moses Moody, Buddy Hield, Tracy Jackson-Davis, and Gue Santos to Boston. It was a compelling thought, but what if the Warriors could achieve their goal while holding on to some of their key young assets? Enter a new, even more intriguing trade pitch, one that sees the Warriors leveraging a restricted free agent to land their man. This scenario hinges on a sign-and-trade with the Celtics, a delicate dance of contracts and future aspirations. With Jonathan Kuminga, a young, explosive talent, expected to command offer sheets in the $25 to $30 million range, the Warriors might just possess the necessary currency to acquire Porzingis' $30.7 million expiring contract. Imagine this. Celtics receive Jonathan Kuminga, Gue Santos, Tracy Jackson-Davis. Warriors receive Kristaps Porzingis. This isn't just about moving pieces. It's about strategic alignment. Kuminga, with his immense athleticism and untapped potential, offers the Celtics a dynamic young wing for their future. Santos and Jackson-Davis provide further depth and upside. For the Warriors, it's about addressing an immediate need with a perfect fit. According to Brett Siegel of Clutch Points, the Warriors' interest in Porzingis is far from new. They've long admired his unique blend of rim protection and floor spacing, a skill set that perfectly complements their established core. Siegel emphasized, the Golden State Warriors have long been viewed as a potential destination for Porzingis before he even joined Boston in 2023. He added, "It is no secret to anyone that the Warriors will be seeking immediate frontcourt production. The Warriors were heavily linked to Nikola Vucevic at the trade deadline, a testament to their desire for a reliable center. But that pursuit ultimately led them to acquire Jimmy Butler, a move that brought another veteran presence and defensive intensity to the roster. Now, with Butler alongside Stephen Curry, the idea of Porzingis slotting in as a stretch five becomes even more tantalizing. As Siegel noted, since he doesn't carry any long-term financial restraints, Porzingis could fill an immediate gap next to Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler. However, there's always a caveat in the NBA, and with Porzingis, it's his health. This fit makes sense, Siegel cautiously remarked, but Porzingis' health is the top concern many teams share at this time. It's a valid point. Porzingis' injury history is well documented, but when he's on the court, his impact is undeniable. The Warriors would be betting on his ability to stay healthy, a risk that could pay massive dividends. Kuminga's future, a trade chip, or a stepping stone. But what if the Celtics aren't swayed by the Kuminga package? The Warriors have contingency plans, and the buzz from various insiders suggests Jonathan Kuminga is almost a lock to depart the Bay Area. If that's the case, it's in the Warriors' best interest to find the Congolese forward an ideal home while simultaneously using him as a valuable trade chip. Another intriguing name being floated as a potential Warriors target is Brooklyn Nets wing Cam Johnson, a coveted 3-and-D specialist who has 2 years left on a budget-friendly contract. Bleacher Report's Zach Buckley even predicted a sign-and-trade scenario where Kuminga would head to the Nets for Johnson. Buckley painted a clear picture. Even if Golden State is less than convinced Kuminga is a long-term fit for the team, it will want to recoup something for the asset. He then laid out the potential exchange. Look for the Warriors to work out a sign-and trade with the Nets that gets him a 4-year deal in the $100 million range and delivers the Dubs 3-and-D's Cameron Johnson. Buckley's reasoning for Kuminga's departure is compelling. Kuminga's playing time dwindled in the playoffs, suggesting a potential disconnect with the coaching staff and a lack of a clear long-term role. It's hard to imagine the 22-year-old would willingly sign up for more of this treatment, Buckley wrote, acknowledging the frustration a young player might feel. While Kuminga is a restricted free agent, giving the Warriors the ability to match any offer, the incentive for him to return might be low if a more prominent role awaits him elsewhere. The unthinkable proposal, Russell Westbrook to the Warriors? Now hold on to your hats, Warriors fans, because we're about to tackle a free agency proposal so outlandish, so utterly improbable, that it's likely to elicit a collective burst of laughter from the Bay Area faithful. The Golden State Warriors, with their multiple roster holes, are indeed casting a wide net in free agency. But with their specific playing style, some names are simply a non-starter. And one recent suggestion perfectly epitomizes that sentiment. You might want to take a seat for this one. Russell Westbrook has been proposed as a target for the Warriors. Yes, that Russell Westbrook, a former MVP, a triple-double machine in his prime, but at this stage of his career, an incredibly limited bench player who thrives only in very specific situations. Despite this, Bailey Bassett of Clutch Points floated the idea of the 36-year-old joining the Warriors to build around the veteran trio of Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green. Bassett's logic? Ideally, teams will have plenty of spacing around Westbrook, and he'd have just that with the Golden State Warriors because Stephen Curry is the best shooter in NBA history, she wrote. Westbrook could play the Draymond Green role in Golden State. He can initiate the offense and set screens for Curry. On the other end, he can be an irritant just like Green is. Let's dissect this with the precision of a perfectly executed Steph Curry three-pointer. There are multiple glaring issues with this scenario. While Curry is indeed the greatest shooter in NBA history, the playoffs vividly demonstrated that Golden State needs more shooting around their two-time MVP, not another non-spacer, who sports a career 30.5% from beyond the arc. The offense would instantly become more congested, allowing defenses to collapse on Curry with even greater impunity. And the idea of Westbrook playing a Draymond Green role off the bench? While he can initiate offense, the chemistry he has with Curry simply isn't comparable to the telepathic connection Green has cultivated over 13 years with his superstar teammate. This would significantly limit Westbrook's minutes and effectiveness within the Warriors' intricate offensive system. Westbrook can still have his explosive moments, filling up the box score with impressive numbers. But he's also more than capable of boneheaded, momentum-crushing plays that can prove fatal in tight playoff games. The Warriors desperately need trusted role players who can consistently hit open shots and play effectively off Curry and Butler, not players who might occasionally hijack the offense or who can be openly disrespected from beyond the arc. The thought of Westbrook's erratic decision-making and questionable shot selection in a Warriors uniform is enough to send shivers down the spines of the faithful. And honestly, there's a strong chance Westbrook won't even reach free agency anyway. He holds a player option for next season, and if the market doesn't offer a significantly better outcome, he might just pick it up. So, while the idea of Kristaps Porzingis landing in Golden State is a tantalizing prospect that could redefine their championship window, the notion of Russell Westbrook in a Warriors jersey is, quite frankly, a comedy routine that fans will happily laugh away. What do you make of these explosive trade proposals for the Golden State Warriors? Is Porzingis the missing piece? And how hard did you laugh at the thought of Russell Westbrook in a Warriors uniform? Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the NBA rumor mill, make sure to hit that like button to show your support. Until next time, keep those basketball conversations sizzling.